For centuries, human beings have tried to understand one of the deepest mysteries of all: consciousness. Today, neuroscience studies consciousness through observation, measurement, and experiment. More than 2,000 years ago, Buddhism approached the same mystery in a very different way. Not through machines, not through laboratories, but through direct observation of the mind itself. At first glance, these two approaches seem completely different. Yet some of their conclusions are surprisingly similar. Modern neuroscience increasingly suggests that the self is not a fixed entity. The brain is constantly changing. Thoughts change. Memories change. Emotions change. Even our sense of identity changes over time. What we call self appears less like a permanent thing and more like an ongoing process. This idea may sound surprisingly familiar to students of Buddhism. The Buddha repeatedly questioned the existence of a permanent self. He asked, if the body changes, if feelings change, if thoughts change, what exactly remains unchanged? Both neuroscience and Buddhism point toward a similar observation. The mind is dynamic. Experience is constantly unfolding. And what we call identity may be far less solid than it appears. There is another fascinating overlap. Both recognize the power of habitual patterns. Neuroscience speaks of neural pathways. Buddhism speaks of conditioning, craving, and attachment. Different languages. Yet both suggest that repeated patterns shape the way we experience reality. But despite these similarities, a major difference remains. Neuroscience generally assumes that consciousness depends entirely upon the brain. When brain activity ends, consciousness ends. At least, that is the dominant scientific view today. Early Buddhism approaches the question differently. The Buddha did not clearly define consciousness as a product of the brain, nor did he fully explain what happens after death. Instead, he left certain questions unanswered. Not because they were unimportant, but because he believed they did not lead directly to the end of suffering. As a result, the relationship between consciousness and the brain remains an open question within this conversation. And perhaps this is where both traditions become most interesting. Despite extraordinary advances in neuroscience, consciousness remains one of science's greatest mysteries. How does subjective experience arise? Why does awareness exist at all? How does matter become experience? No one fully knows. The mystery remains. Perhaps Buddhism and neuroscience are not opponents. Perhaps they are exploring the same landscape from different directions. One studies consciousness from the outside. The other studies it from the inside. And maybe both perspectives still have something important to teach us. Because consciousness may be humanity's most unfinished question.